actually own cats, but there seem to be cats here today. They're climbing all over my room, and it's kind of adorable. There seem to be 3 in my room right now, although there have been more throughout the past hour or two. And they're just kinda crawling in and out of my room, and that's okay. So yeah, what's going on in my life right now is cats. Also, it occurs to me that you've never actually seen where I live, so I should probably explain my surroundings a little bit. Basically, this is your wall. It will probably be the wall that you'll see the most of. If I turn the camera a little this way, you see a coat rack and a door. And that door is currently open and kind of ready for cats. Then you go this way, and you can see my bookshelf. It has stuff on it, and these are lots of possessions, and that's where I keep my food. The cat's getting into my food, but I don't really mind. I don't actually own a kitchen. I just have a refrigerator, a microwave that I don't often use, a toaster which I use frequently, a blender, and a hot plate. I have windows, and heat, and a bed, and light, and a desk that's quite messy, and a closet full of clothes that I probably didn't buy. And then that brings us back to this wall. The house is owned by a friend of Anatole's, and Anatole is a professor at UMaine who teaches violin, and he's been a kind of massive part in my life. He is the conductor when I am the assistant conductor. He is the teacher as I am a teacher assistant. Most of my life lately is just dedicated to trying to get better at one thing or another. I've been playing with the Rubik's Cube a lot, and I'm getting better at the whole one-handed thing. It's something that I find very enjoyable to practice, so I feel like I'm eventually going to get very good at it, but right now there's a lot out there that is far more impressive than myself. Lately I've also been trying to get good at orchestrating. I've been reading a lot of stuff about orchestration. I've been watching tons of online videos about how to write for orchestra, and I think I'm getting a bit better at it. For the most part, I've been writing about 50 measures of music a day, which is good, and most of it is orchestral. I have a few projects I'm working on for people. I'm writing a musical with a playwright down in Florida, and I'm working on the soundtrack to a video game that a new media student is making. But I find it much easier to just write music for myself. Like, I think I'm probably just going to write enough orchestral music to make a few albums, and then someday, when I can afford it, hire an orchestra to record them with me. I've been spending a bit more of my time reading. Nietzsche is always fun. Slowly learning German. That's really, really hard for me. I'm also trying to get a master's degree. I don't know what kind exactly. Another thing I spend a lot of my time doing is spending time with my girlfriend. She's a person I'm very thankful to have in my life. She's a very talented pianist, and we're going to Europe together pretty soon. That's a big thing that my life is about to do. I'll certainly talk about that more later, but it's something that I'm really beginning to think about a lot now because I have to prepare for it soon. And I'm gonna street perform in Hamburg and maybe take some sort of weird series of master classes. But there's a lot of unknowns with that right now, so I'm gonna talk about that and my master's degree when I get more information about them. In addition to the girlfriend, a huge part of my life is work. I think I've mentioned a couple times on this channel that I work at a group home, and it's for people with mental illness and whatnot, and they're pretty old and they're pretty interesting. I've gotten kind of attached to a lot of them. But it's a really rewarding job and I enjoy it, and a lot of times I work overnight and just get to do my own thing for a little while. And that's basically what my life is like right now.